Hope we are all well. Good to see you all. Right, usual format. We've got Emma from Sky who'll lead us off. Anita from PLP will follow afterwards. Everything at that point will be under immediate embargo. We'll then do a second section for the Saturday newspaper. So there'll be a second section under embargo till 10:30 p.m. on Friday. Cameras happy? Ready when you are, Emma.
Hi Thomas. So starting with team news, do you have any updates?
Yes, let me think. Pontus got a hamstring injury. We don't know how long it will be, but he will be out for Saturday. Sergi Canas were not in last squad. He will be available for selection for Saturday. I think that's it.
So Newcastle away up next. There's only 1 point between you in the table, so not much of a difference on the pitch, but off the pitch there is a vast difference in finances. Would you be envious of those finances?
If you only speak about the finances, of course we know in football, money talks. It's a very important part. That's one thing, but the very good news is that it's not only about money, but over time, of course, it's very difficult to compete against the big money. That's why we talk about Big Six. It's not only because of their histories and the size of club, but mainly because they just have a much larger budget than anyone else. Newcastle want to challenge that. And there's no doubt that Newcastle are aiming to be a top 6, and maybe we need to talk about a top 7 or whatever we talk about that in the future. But put that aside, and then so us being a bottom 2 budget club in the league is remarkable what we're doing in many ways. But that aside, I would like to praise Eddie Howe and his coaching staff and the players. I think they've done a very good job so far. First last year by stabilizing the club, and this year I think they have only lost to Liverpool. Looking very strong, dynamic, physical, aggressive, and especially at home at St. James's Park, one of the most difficult away grounds to go to. But we offer the chance, and we're looking forward to it, and we'll do our very best to attack, and we'll go up there with the best intention and of getting 3 points.
And in a few years' time, do you still see Newcastle and Brentford being around the same level?
If we have the money we have now, and they have the money, and we continue doing that, if we are the same level at that time, it will be an even bigger miracle than it is now that we are competing.
And lastly, I want to talk to you about Toney. Obviously, there was disappointment that he didn't get an England cap, but do you expect him to be in the World Cup squad, or will that perhaps come too soon?
Who knows? I think for Ivan it is the most important thing is perform every day at the training ground, as he did today. We look sharp today. Perform Saturday against Newcastle, hopefully score a goal or 2. Keep doing that, and then he need to, with his performances, ask questions to Gareth Southgate, and then it's up to Gareth to take a decision what he think is the best squad for the World Cup, and I'm sure he will take the best squad that Gareth wants to win the World Cup, of course, so he'll bring the best competitive squad to there. If you ask me, but I see Ivan every single day, and I'm biased, I think he should be there, but there's so many things playing into that when you need to have a full squad, and to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Gareth look a little bit more broad across all England players. You're welcome.
Me.
Hi Thomas.
Hi.
You touched on the fact that you felt that Newcastle were looking strong and physical. This fixture last season was Eddie Howe's first game in charge, although he wasn't on the touchline due to contracting COVID-19. How do you think he's changed the squad at Newcastle? Because of course we saw a very different side before he came in.
Yeah, I think he made them much more front-footed aggressive. I think they press very aggressive and forward, very, very organized in that pressure. I think that's a big thing. Secondly, on the ball, they look very dynamic. Play with 2 8s in Joelinton and Wilson is very, not Wilson, Willock. That is very dynamic and running forward and very good. So the way they play and run behind the opponents is very, very impressive. So I like the way they play.
And what is it like being at St James's Park? You mentioned there that, of course, it is one of the biggest and toughest grounds to go to.
No, it's in many ways it's a great experience, but it's only small glimpses where I can either enjoy it or actually being, it's quite nice, it's crazy atmosphere. But after, you're normally just in it and try to figure out a way to win the game or the next move and so on.
And then finally, the result at the weekend, probably not the one you or your players would have liked, but having reviewed the footage, are there any positives you feel you can take from it going into this game?
Yeah, a little bit like I said after the game, was a little bit similar that I think that the good clean sheet, I think it gave very little away, so we were back to our defensive, strong mindset and structure, looked good on defensive set pieces. Offensively, there was a few adjustments in terms of our positioning and structure, offensive structure, that I was not happy with, and we worked on that and then tried to adjust that, and hopefully that can give us a clean sheet and some goals, and that'll normally give 3 points.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, anything else? George?
Hi, Thomas.
Hi.
I just want to touch about Pinnock. Obviously, he's had the injury, which is disrupted the start of the season. Is he fully available now and obviously an option with Qantas?
Yeah, he is fully available, an option. Of course, I have to take a decision. Of course, Ethan will lack a little bit of sharpness. He's fit. I think didn't bring him in the squad, no. But he's been fit the last couple of weeks, so the fitness issue is not, the fitness is not an issue. So it's that sharpness we look into every session. So I need to find out who's playing next to Ben Mee in that back four. Be Christopher. I think he's been looking good. Ethan, I think Sanka also helped us when he stepped in there.
And this weekend is the Premier League no room for racism. Sort of 2 days ahead, this one and next weekend. Is that kind of enough? Do you feel just to have a couple of dedicated weekends? I know they're doing things on the box of their fixtures as well. Given we only saw a couple of weeks ago Richarlison having a banana throwing in different country, obviously, but still a Premier League player.
Yeah. Good question. I have a little bit with these campaigns. I think they're very, very important. But for me, it's the everyday, how we treat it, how we embrace diversity. I think it's how I try to raise my 3 children into a diverse world where there's so many fantastic cultures and human beings, and it doesn't matter of color, country, what do you call it, what you believe in, if you are Christian or you are Muslim or whatever. I think we need to see the world is a place every day we try to make a better place. That's besides training football, that's what I try to say to my players. I think that's important. I understand that the Premier League is such a big industry and so many people are watching it. So in that aspect, I understand that it will give reminders, but I think it's up to all of us, you guys here, me, Chris, Annie, all of us need to do what we can every day.
Anything else under immediate embargo, Jay?
Yeah, hi Thomas. I know you kind of mentioned about Qantas already and even Pinnock. I just wanted to check in on that. Also, I hope you're all good, by the way.
I'm good, thank you.
So can I check in on Norgaard first, if that's okay?
Norgaard's still out, still weeks.
Do you think he will be back before November, or?
That's the plan.
And then also just on Keane, Lewis Potter as well.
Yeah, he is getting better. He was out running on the grass today, so that was promising. Been running Tuesday as well. I think it was Monday actually as well. So yeah, so not training with the squad, but you know when they're out running and it looked good. It's good to have him out there. So hopefully he can be involved soon. It'll be too soon now.
Yeah. And did you with Keane? Did you say it was an ankle/foot ligament?
Yeah, it was a foot ligament. It was a foot ligament. Yeah.
Just because some of the fans have asked me how Charlie Goode is doing, because I know he's been out for a very long time, so they were just keen on an update on his situation.
Yeah, he's unfortunately still out, and hopefully he'll be back soon.
Is it knee?
Yeah, knee, yeah. He will come, yeah.
Anything else for now? Right, in that case, we'll kill a